You're not stuck. You're just building something that hasn't made sense to the world yet. Have you ever felt like this can be all there is? Like you're meant to create something bigger? Well, Steve Jobs felt the same, and he eventually got fired from his own company. But that didn't make him give up, because he was still convinced that he was meant to be creating more. Welcome to my How They Did It series, episode 3. See what I did here? At 30 years old, the board of the company he created voted him out and publicly. And by that point, he could have just stopped there because he was already really wealthy. He had his family. He could have been retired for the rest of his life. But Steve Jobs couldn't just stop there. He had such a vision. He knew that he was meant for more than that. He knew that he could create something that could change the world. So, what did Steve Jobs do differently? Step 1. He followed what lit him up, not what paid the most. He started next with a few other people that was a company focused on innovation, not on sales. He was also someone who really believed in arts, so he bought a company named Pixar that was focused on storytelling and creation. 2. He never stopped building even when no one was watching. Because when he joined Next and they started building software, at that time no one wanted it or needed it. But they kept focusing on improving their software and making it better. And you know what? Eventually, years after, Apple needed that software. And that's how he was able to get back into Apple because Apple ended up buying Next company because they needed the software that he had kept working on even when no one was watching. 3. When he eventually returned to Apple, he returned with focus, with fire. He was this time around convinced that he was going to do what he wanted to do since the beginning, and that was innovation. He basically stripped down Apple and rebuilt its entire identity. And that's when Apple started thriving. That's when the iPod came, the iPhone, the iMac, the iPad. So, what made Steve Jobs different? He didn't build for money, he built for meaning. And he once said, the only way to do great work is to do what you love. So, what's the lesson here? If you're only in it for the money, you'll quit when things get hard. Because unfortunately, this kind of entrepreneur journey is not easy. But if you're doing it because you really believed in it and you're really convinced, then you'll keep working hard even when no one's watching or no one's clapping or if you have no returns.